It's hot, it's clear skies, it's Kyalami. Welcome along to the first round of the IWTR World Formula Series Season 2. Yes, finally, Season 2, after about 2 or 3 months of waiting of all the fans and all the drivers that have been anticipating for the Season 2s to come. Which there's going to be a few things different from the first season. This season we're using the F1 2013 cars by Prix. The original name is F1 RFT 2013, which is pretty much a 2013 Formula 1 season's cars, which this has 11 teams and 22 cars. Which now, with that, this season's going to be definitely a little bit horrific. Let's have a look at this season's teams for season number 2 of IWTR World Formula Series. It's a new season of IWTR World Formula Series. There's a lot of new cars, new tracks, also new drivers along the grid. Reigning champion Simtek Maranello, also known as Sauber, they got two new drivers fresh out of selection, Premi Pilch and Koichi Hoshi. Runner-up in the season 1 is Marussia. They also got 2 new drivers, Drake Remaster and Mihaly Sivak. Mercedes were far behind though, as they were finished in 3rd last season, but unfortunately they fired 2 of their previous drivers and signed Panos Glazos in the first number driver and a new rookie, Henry J. Grant. Lotus also have some change. They retained Isaac Vachon, but they signed a Russian, Zorik Petrosand. Toro Rosso had a late fight midway through the season, which they brought in Seplevs and Alex Cesani. Rebel also have a tough time last season. Now they brought in Mitch Johnson and also Simon Witt on their team. Williams also had a hard time last season. They hope that Luca Farina and Adia Bacchus could make a difference. The Prancing Horse never really showed a good performance last season. All they hope is the all-Italian drivers lineup for Keke Galone and Agostino Bivona. One of the teams that fans are worried about is McLaren. They finished 10th last season with their new MP428 and 2 of the new drivers, Mathieu Falcon and Logan Riga. They expect for a great comeback this season. Keke Galone scored Caterham's first podium at last season's German Grand Prix. They expected for a much better season, with Red Legend 35 and Luis da Silva waiting in the wings in the Green Mean Machine. Lastly, we have Force India. Last season, they had 2 incredible podiums. How will Cesar Cohen Jr., the only woman, and Tim Anderson fair share with the Indian team? And that's the team introduction of this season's of IWTR World Formula Series. Premi Pilch end up on the pole positions today, as we're going to see there's going to be a new faces in the grids. Without further ado, let's go down to the starting grid. Of course, pole position is Premi Pilch with a time of 1:18.830. Alongside him is Matrix Falcon, this time around in the McLaren. Which next up we have, and the rest of the field we have, Simpson 3, Eric Jack Brown, Luis da Silva, one of the many rookies that are on the line on the grid today. Then we have Mitch Johnson, Seplevs, Simon Witt, another rookie. Then we have Koichi Hoshi, Cesar Cohen Jr., Zorik Petrosyan, and then Tim Anderson, Drake Remaster, Alex Nazani, Agostino Bivona, still retained with Ferrari this time around, Isaac Vachon, Adia Bacchus, then they have Luca Farina making his first debut with McLaren as well, Logan Riga, Red Legend 35, Panos Glazos, and Keke Galone rounds off the final position. And of course, this season would be this beautiful Mercedes-Benz SLS safety car, but we're going to use it as a medical car this time around in this season. Well, without further ado, let's have a look at this track's layouts. Let's have a look at this track layout. As you can see, Kyalami circuits, it's the track that we've all been waiting for. That is a 4.5 kilometer circuit or 2.8 mile circuit. 16 corners, 10 to the left and 6 to the right. This time around the weather is clear, so they're just gonna come down to turn 1 into the kink, into turn 2, then sweep down into the 3rd and 4th turn of the track. Then there's gonna be turn 5, which namely the barbecue turn or the corner. Then the drivers, they're gonna come down into a straight before turning turning right on turn 6 at sunset. And there's going to be a continuous left on the clubhouse corner on turn number 7. Then they're going to go to a little straight once again, and they will turn down to the S's, which is turn 9. Turn 8 and 9. Then they're going to go down and up to the hills into the Uncut turn in turn number 10 and 11, turn 10. Then into turn 11, which is a sharp left-hander down to the hills, into a little straight, into the mine shaft corner in turn 12, which is right over here. You have to carry a little bit of speed on this corner. Then when the drivers come off the mine shaft, they're going to hit into the turn 13 of the circuits, into 14, and then have a sharp right-hander once again in the Sheeta corner, and rounding out the final corner is the Ingui corner in turn 16, and that's a lap in a Kyalami Grand Prix circuit. 22 cars lined up on the track. What you will see, what will happen in this 16 lap race at Kyalami. See 5 lights now. It's all lights out, and away we go. It's the start of the IWTR World Formula Series Season 2. And because Matrix Falcon makes a pretty good start, they're coming off the turn number 1. And there's going to be a lot of battles now going down to turn number 1. Matrix Falcon have a momentum down into turn 2. And then here's Pilch into 2nd place. Sim Super 93 gets up into 3rd now. And all the cars are going down. There's Pilch. So it's now Falcon, Pilch, Simpson 93, then Hoshi, Browns are your top 5 right now. See all the cars trying to go. There's a little bit of contact there, a little lock up there on for Sepleps. Trying to make a move on Falcon. Meanwhile on the front, Pilch trying to hold on Simpson 93. Here comes Pilch now. He might have to turn. Look on the back there, the cake trim of Luis da Silva making a move on the Red Bull of Mitch Johnson, and he makes a mistake on the back. It's now breaking up already on the back of the pack, and there's a Force India of Cesar Cohen Jr. She's going to go down the inside. A little bit of contact here. I'm making still side by side. Everyone's making up a little bit of progress, and a lot of cars, a lot of cars now. Here it goes into the 2nd lap of the race. And there's Sepleps down the inside into turn 1. He made a contact with Hoshi, but Sepleps managed to take on, and there it is. Luis da Silva is trying to go down the inside once again, but it's not enough. Mitch Johnson's right behind him now, and you can see, oh, a little bit of contact on the back from the Marussia of Dragon Master, and that's going to cost him a lot of time. Makes him lose, I think, about 2 to 3 positions there on turn 5. You have some little smokes down here, and there is Luis da Silva lost control. What? Another one again. What on earth happened to the Marussia on the back? Let's have a replay on that. So it was, I think he oh, and he collided. Ooh. That's a... He collided one of Force Indias and one of our Catron in front. So that was a lose to Silver, and that's Mitch Johnson trying to go down the inside, but they made a contact, and that caused the Silver to slow down and pretty much lose control. Don't mind about that, that's a Pinnacle car. So we're literally gonna do this thing to the Pinnacle car. Oh my god. Okay, and that's gonna be cleared out. So Pilch leads now with Matrix Falcon, and our Zeppelins trying to go down the entire Henry J. Brown, sorry. Goes Splips, taking on down the inside, pretty good corner there. So right behind, and there's Anton Anderson trying to make a move on to Petrizan. It's still not going to work. Yellow flags indicating now at turn number 2. That's because of the medical cars on it. Just crash on that corner. Here goes maybe a move down the inside relative to D5. Not at all. Cesar Cohen Jr., the only woman on this track, on this grid. She's doing quite well there. Up into 9th place he goes. She made a little mistake there into turn 6. That might cost her a little bit of time to De Silva, and maybe he's going to try to go the move. I got to back on the front though. Hoshi might have to make a move down inside, and then we have a Smokes in front. Don't know who that was. Hoshi. The Sauber is making a good progress there. Here it goes now. Silver Sim 33 to goes down the inside of McLaren of Matrix Falcon. Could he do it? And yes, he does. What a move on turn 13. And our Pilch still goes down. He's still in the lead of a race. Sims 93 in second. Falcon third. Pletz fourth. And Henry J. Brown fifth. Everyone can use DRS, which, quite frankly, there's no DRS zones, I think. Just like that. So, oh no, that's a little bit colliding. A little bit of collision there. Cohen Jr. and Johnson, and now his teammates trying to go down inside. Vitt trying to go around down inside on his teammate. Quite frankly, it doesn't work. It still doesn't work. But all these cars. These guys are literally fighting for absolutely everything now. Petrazan now down the inside on Bivona. Bivona up to 12th after starting about 15th, I believe. In the front is still Battle Sims 93. He takes the lead of a race now. Gets a little bit of contact there. So Vitt. Vitt's still fighting with his teammate, because maybe Vitt's going to go down the inside on this corner. He wasn't going to go for it, and there's Isaac for sure now down the inside on, I think that's Logan Rieger. So not much room to make on it, but apparently it's going to be okay. JR Backus on the back of the Lotus. So a lot of these guys are now struggling for a little bit of grip. As you can see, the smoke just coming up now, and there's Henry J. Brown's down the inside on Matrix Falcon. Falcon has having a trouble with his engine, or I don't know what that is, but Sims 90 dropping back to third now. Might drop back to fourth, but he still kept the momentum going, and Matrix Falcon dropping to fourth now. There's Hoshi still in 6th place, being under attack by Cesar Cohen Jr. Gonna be a lot of battles fight now into turn 7, and we have one car going off, and ooh, what a save there by Petrazan. Almost getting caught off the track. Almost caught off the track there. As you see, he's trying to go down the inside on, I think that's Bivona. He came back up, and it was pretty good there. Pretty good save there for Petrazan, and here he goes down the inside. There's Zeppelins and Pilch on the side of the on the side of set players, and there's Bivona overtakes Simon Witt. Witt having a little bit of trouble there, and here it goes, and ooh, that was a very dangerous one. And here it goes now, Logan Riga down the inside. Is he going to go for a 3-car move? No, he doesn't. He's lost a little bit of control. Still going fine now. Harry J. Brown trying to go down the inside on Major Falcon. Wasn't working. And now it goes lap 6 already. Going the time, but there's a collision there. Hoshi and Cesar Cohen Jr., 2 rookies, makes a contact. What on earth have happened? Look at on board. Oh, you can't brake late enough. So actually early enough. And he literally just crashed into Hoshi, and that's a very unfortunate situation. Meanwhile, Henry Jack Brown is being hit at the back, doesn't have any damage. Now that's going to be 2 disadvantaged cars, all through the Force Indians, and Sauber is going to be a little bit furious there. Alex Nazani up to 7th now. Now back on the front, Sepp Plebs leading the race with Simpson 30.93, follow right behind. Simpsons in there, 3 still now, and we got a yellow and there's a full course yellow. Big crash. What on earth happened here? So here's Isaac for sure over here. Oh my goodness me, and he spins out and he caused a mighty wreck here. Isaac for sure, I think he was so he's going down and somehow hits the curb too hard. That makes his car goes sliding off, and oh my goodness me, and that's a huge wreck. And that's 1 car gone for Red Legend 35, and that is a huge one. And 1 car is being eliminated in this race. Red Legend 35, and that's a full course yellow straight away. 5 cars wrecked. There's a lot of cars involved there. There's one of them being I think it was Simon Witt. Simon Witt, Isaac for sure, also involved with that wreck. Luca Farina also involved. Safety car is coming out of the track now, and this is gonna be quite a big one. 5 cars wrecked. That's pretty huge. And that is Cohen Jr. off the pit box. We haven't seen any of those wrecks before, but now it is time. Safety car, and we're hopefully that it wouldn't be a red flag, just like last season's race at the same track, but don't really know that's gonna happen or not. Speaking of this tracks, we're using the Global Endurance modding, the version of the Kyalami circuits, because the original one had the problems of the AI lines doesn't go correctly, or just going all over the place. So we'll see if this still occur in this version. So everyone's now coming back, and that's Hoshi is gonna take at the 21st spot, which is the last spot currently. Man, that was a huge wreck for Red Legend 35. First safety car of the season at the first race of the season. Quite, yeah, we don't really know, but I think that's the Curves having issues with these cars, or maybe not. But we're not gonna be looking for that, as we're now gonna come down to the final few laps. Having a safety car, I think, on lap 6 race. And now because now it's only the 1 lap to go. Hopefully we can start normally. Unlike last time that we have to restart the race. Hopefully. So that's on board with set clips. So safe car being out, so let's have a quick rundown after 8 laps. So we have set clips on the lead, then we have Sims 93, then also Pilch. Actually, Sims 93, I requested to change their names to Mihaly Sivak, so from now on I will call him Mihaly Sivak. So, but unfortunately I forgot to edit the names, so it will stay like that, but the next race I'll fix it for Sims 93's name. So from now on we'll call Sims 93 Mihaly Sivak. Then Harry Jack Brands, Nizani, Da Silva, Bivona, Petrosian, Johnson, Riga, Anderson, Glazos, Bacchus, Galone, Remaster, then Cohen Jr., Remaster, actually they have Vit, Isaac Fashor, Farina and Hoshi, and that's your view. Hopefully we can start this time around though. Sepletz rounds off the final corner, and hopefully we're going to start normally this time around, and we do have a normal restart this time around. Sepletz now in first, Simpson since second place. Is he going to try to go for a move? He wasn't going to go for a move. Henry Jabran's going to go for a move, and he slides up a little bit. And there's a little bit of contact there for Isaac Fashor and Tim Anderson, but everything so goes fine. Sivak still trying to hold on permanent pitch, and that's the other guys now. Here goes Da Silva going down the inside. Still nothing. Still Da Silva is in front now. So there's a little bit of slide there. Akatiba Vivona going really wide there, and he's going to go right down the inside on the Red Bull Mitch Johnson, but it doesn't work. Comes Heiko alone, trying to go for a move again. Vit dropping down to 23rd. Absolutely no idea why, but I think he has a little bit of damage after that wreck with Red Legend 35. Look at that, Bivona charges on Mitch Johnson up into 8th place now. Okay, got Alonso right behind him, but he still have to watch out for that. So that leads the race with Pilch in second, Sepletz third, Falcon fourth, and Jack Brown fifth. And Da Silva is in sixth, but he's going to be being overtaken by Alex Nazari. He's trying to go for a move, and Bivona pulls it off into down the inside on turn 5, makes the move done. Up to 7th now. Mizani up to 6th. Bivona's making a chance here. There's a move there down the inside. Sepletz Pilch having a argy-bargy there on the turn 7. And here is Alex Mizani making a first pit stop. Also the other guys too. Bivona's not making any stops at all. Is he waiting until... This time around we do have pit stops to think about. Clips now up to first, and Sivak losing a little bit of time now. But look at Bivona down the inside on Alex Nizani. He slides off a bit, so everything goes fine. And now here comes the pit stops. begins here. These guys are pitting for oh, and there's a damaged Rogan Riga and Kekogalo, another disaster. Another disaster there for Kekogalo. He was trying to go to the pits. He's literally braking, but Logan Riga, I think he didn't brake early enough to avoid collision with Kekogalo, so they both have wrecked. I think they're gonna have to do extra work. The team's gonna have to do extra work for that car, to those two cars. Falcon's still 4th, and looking at Bivona now up to 5th. He might have a chance down to the inside to make sure Falcon may have a little bit of contact. They're still doing okay. So I think there's Pilch coming out in front. There's Bivona. Kind of being overtaken by Isaac for sure. He's dropped down to 6th place now. And that's Plebs, Savak. Then we have Browns, Falcon, and Isaac for sure. Isaac for sure and Arcatino Vivona is not pitting yet. Never mind, Arcatino Vivona pits it now. Isaac for sure right behind it. I think he's gonna take the lead of the race because the front, those 4 cars in the front, they all gonna pit. Here he goes. 4 cars pits. Now here comes Bivona as well. And now Vit might have a chance because he has a wreck before and he already pitted, I think, in the midway of the race. So you could have a chance of winning the race. You never know, but Isaac for sure, Cohen Jr., Vit, Hoshi and Farina top 5. And now Savant just coming out of the pits and only just lose a couple of positions, but he's gonna stay probably in 6th. He does stays in 6th. Nizali can't get through Savak. And there's gonna be almost a collision there, a little bit of collision there. Oh, and Brandt and Silva making a little bit of contact. Here comes Rogan Riga and to move there. Clips trying to make up a few more positions. Only have 4 laps to go. Top 3 still staying about within a second, but here comes Vita going down the inside. He's sliding all over the place into the 13, but he gets the position done up to 2nd place. The only matter of time for, just only a matter of time if Vit can go on to become the winner of the South African Grand Prix. But Cohen's in front of him, so he has to look if Cohen's gonna give up any position, but I definitely said she would not. Now the field's quite spread up now as other pit stops begin. Comes now Cohen. Let's have her on board with Vit only about 3 laps to go. He's definitely closing closing up on a Cohen. Or maybe Vit might have a chance. He's gonna go down. Maybe he's gonna go down the inside. No, he's still looking. He's still looking. He's gonna take his time. He's gonna take his time on Cesar Cohen. Goes now. Let's see. Might have a chance, but here comes Isaac for sure. Instead, he's gonna go down into the side into the 13. Still nothing happens. Comes Isaac for sure is going on the outside. Tease does make a move, but here comes Hoshi now on right behind. I think 2 to 6 or I think about 8 rookies debut this race, and there's 2 of them in the podium right now. Could Hoshi can break that 3rd place finish? Still got 2 laps to go though. Cohen losing a little bit of control. Here comes Vit. He might have a chance. Goes now into turn 6 on Sunset. Now to turn 7 or the clubhouse. Still no chance. No chance to overtake. Maybe this corner, he's gonna go there, round the outside. What a move! Up into turn 10, Vit takes the lead of the South African Grand Prix with 2 laps to go on this race. Cohen's losing a little momentum now as Isaac for sure looking for second place. And this goes down inside turn 30. Oh, Cesar Cohen, maybe a little bit of argy-bargy. Isaac for sure takes up second place now. It's now actually 4th. Top 5 is now filled by 4 rookies. 1 lap to go. Can Simon Vit hold on Isaac for sure? Last season the Mercedes have won here. Won by Jean Blanc. Isaac for sure losing a little bit of control into turn 5. And that might cost him a little bit of chance. Maybe Cohen's going to try and take that second place back. Goes it literally anyone's games now. Isaac for sure goes down the inside turn 7. He's going to do it. And he's going up into P1 now. Vit still second place, but here goes Cohen makes a revenge down to turn 8. Sorry, that's a turn 9, but she makes a move done. Gets a revenge from Simon Vit. But could this be over? It's definitely not over yet, because we still have about 3 corners left. Vit trying to hold on. The top 5 is just literally going on, but here comes Isaac for sure now. Rounds the final corner, no one's going to make any move. Isaac for sure rounds off the final corner to win the first race of the second season. Isaac for sure wins the South African Grand Prix. Cesar Cohen Jr. just came short on that maiden win on the first race of the season. And Vit, yeah, he's also very close to getting a win, but he will take the 3rd anyways. Then Koichi Hoshi take 4th place and Luca Farina 5th. Then Pilch in the pole positions finishing 6th place, and Alex Zanik 7th, Zavak 8th, Falcon 9th, Pedrozan. Apparently both of the Lotus in the top 10. 1st and 10th. What a map. What a race there. What a battle there. Mitch Johnson sadly is not in the points. Stays in 11th place. Vivona 12th. He's also having a chance to get scored in the top 10, but sadly he doesn't score. Ted Anderson 13th, and Harry G. Brown 14th, Logan Enrique 15th, Seppo 16th, Da Silva 17th, Bacchus 18th, not a very good debut for him, Glazers 19th, and then Drake Master 20th. Delone also a not really a good start for his season with Ferrari. Relative to the 5 makes up the only retirement and the first retirement of the season straight away with a broken wheel. Wow. Isaac for sure starting off the season with a bang. Congratulations there for Isaac for sure for winning the South African Grand Prix. What a race, what a big one what a big start there for what a big start here for IWTR World Formula Series. And the fastest laps I think goes to probably the guys who already pitted. But I could definitely say Isaac for sure totally deserved that win. His 2nd career win of IWTR, and that's a pretty good one as well. So that's it for the South African Grand Prix at the Kyalami Grand Prix circuit. That is a mad one, I should say. Isaac for sure ending up in the top step of the podium. Cesar Cohen again came short for the win, but she is the first woman to ever get a podium in IWTR history. So, and Vid, for both Cohen Jr. and Vid, they both having one of the greatest debuts of this season so far already. So, but yeah, Cohen's and Vid are gonna be a little bit disappointed after that race, but they already done their best and take on the podium. So that's it for the South African Grand Prix, and I literally have no word to say. So yeah, so be sure to subscribe to the IWTR or the International World Tour Racing channel. And also, if you're interested in joining this league, I'll put a Discord link in the description below. And that's it for today. I'm Pauser, your commentator and your host of the IWTR World Formula Series, signing off. Goodbye.